Hello everyone. The topic I am going to teach you today is nomenclature of hydrocarbons. So what do you mean by this word nomenclature? This is the system of naming. The system by which we name the compounds, we call it as nomenclature. And what do we mean by this word hydrocarbons? It is made up of two parts, hydro and carbons. Hydro stands for hydrogen and carbon is for carbon. So hydrocarbons means the compounds made up of hydrogen and carbon atoms. Okay. In the earlier times, trivial system was used. This trivial system, and it was also known as common name system, was used. According to this system, the basis was the sources and the properties of the compounds. So it was based on the properties and sources of the compound from which it is obtained. Okay. Since it is very difficult to remember so many organic compounds on the basis of their properties and sources, a new system came into play. But according to this system, common name system, let us take up an example. Citric acid. Citric acid was obtained from citrus fruits. Like in orange, we are having citric acid. So it was obtained from citrus fruits. Citrus means the fruits that are sour in taste. So on the basis of the properties, this name was given. But it was very difficult to remember all the properties and sources of the compound. So a new system came into play in the year 1947. A new organization, IUPAC, gave a set of rules according to which the compound can be named. So in the year 1947, IUPAC naming came into play. IUPAC stands for International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Okay. This was an organization that gave a set of rules to name the organic compounds on the basis of molecular structure. So the compounds in IUPAC naming is based upon the molecular structure, and we don't need to remember all the properties and sources of the compounds for naming. Okay. According to this name, IUPAC name, there are three parts of the name. First one is root word. Root word is the main part of the word. Okay. Then came the suffixes that are used after the root word. Okay. These are further of two types, primary suffix and secondary suffix. And then comes the prefix that is used before the root word. Prefixes will come here and suffix will come here. So first prefix will come, then root word, then suffixes. Okay. Prefixes are also of two types, primary prefix and secondary prefix. Okay. So I hope this is clear. So first of all, we will take up the root word. Okay. Root word is the main part of the IUPAC name, and it tells us the number of carbon atoms present in the main chain. And which one is the main chain? The longest chain will be the main chain. Okay, longest chain. So maybe it is branched or linear. You have to select the longest chain for the IUPAC naming. Okay. So if the number of carbon atoms is only 1, we will use the root word meth. If 2 carbon atoms are there, we will use eth. If 3 carbon atoms are there, we will use prop. If 4 carbon atoms are there, we will use but. If 5 carbon atoms are there, we will use pent. If 6 carbon atoms are there, we will use hex. If 7 carbon atoms are there, we will use hept. If 8 carbon atoms are there, we will use oct. If 9 carbon atoms are there, we will use non. And if 10 carbon atoms are there, we will use dec. Okay. Now we will talk about suffixes. The most important is primary suffix. So suffix I have already told you, it is used after the root word. Used after the root word. And it is of two types: primary, that is denoted by 1 degree, and secondary 2 degree. Okay. First we will talk about primary suffix. It tells us about the degree of saturation or unsaturation present in the compound. Now what do we mean by saturation and unsaturation? Saturated compounds are one that is having only carbon-carbon single bond. Okay. And the primary suffix to be used for them is ane. Okay. And unsaturated compounds are the one that is having carbon-carbon double bond or carbon-carbon triple bond. Okay. For this you will use primary suffix ene. Okay. And for triple bond you will use ine. Let us take up examples of root word and primary suffix. Okay. Suppose we are having one carbon atom and 4 hydrogens are attached to one carbon atom. Why? Because valency of carbon is 4 and it can attach to 4 atoms. So this is the simplest hydrocarbon we are having. This is known as methane. All are single bonds and meth is for single carbon atom. One carbon atom is there. Okay, so if the structure is its compressed form, methane compressed form is CH4. So if we will write it CH4, this is also methane. Okay, this is expanded form and this is your compressed form. Okay, if 2 carbon atoms are there and along with it hydrogens are attached to satisfy the valency. Okay, so this is 2 carbon atom chain. Okay, this is 2 carbon atom chain, so we will use it, and single bond is present between the 2 carbon atoms, so it is ethane. Ane is used for single bond. Okay, and this is your expanded form, and compressed form is C2H6. Okay, these are known as alkanes. Okay, we call them as alkanes. Now you can draw the structure of propane, butane and so on. Now we will take up some double bonds, example of some double bonds like this. Okay, this is your ethene. Because 2 carbon atoms are there, and ene for double bond present in between the 2 carbon atoms. So ethene, this is your ethene. Okay, these are the examples of alkene. Remember, methane does not exist because with meth root word you are having only one carbon atom and there can't be double bond between one carbon atom. So methane does not exist. Ethene is the first member of alkene series. Okay, and then comes the propene. So prop means 3 carbon atoms and ene means double bond in between the carbon atoms. Okay, first carbon atom. So if we are talking about simplest alkene, so this is your propene, first carbon atom. Okay, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, here also 4 bonds, here also 4 bonds. Okay, now this should not be there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So remember, carbon forms only 4 bonds. So this is the structure of propene. Similarly, you can draw butene. Okay, butene is like this. Okay, this is the structure of butene, and so on. Now we are taking up some triple bond compounds. Triple bond compounds are also known as alkyne. Hydrocarbons with triple bond is known as alkyne. Okay, so simplest alkyne is this. This is your ethyne. Ethyne. Eth for 2 carbon atoms and yne for triple bond between the carbon atoms. Okay, so this is your ethyne. This is your propyne. Okay, this is the structure of propyne, and so on. Okay, butane, pentyne, and so on. So these are the basic hydrocarbons without any functional group. Now we will talk about some functional groups also. So secondary suffixes indicates the functional group. We have talked about primary suffix, that is ene, ane and yne. Now we will talk about functional group. Secondary suffix indicates the functional group. Okay, it indicates the functional group. And what are the functional groups? These are the special atoms or group of atoms that impart characteristic properties to a compound. So they will show some chemical properties related to their functional group. Okay, so these are the atoms that impart characteristic properties to the compounds. Okay, so let us take up some examples of functional group. We will take up only 5 functional group right now. Okay, functional group, so that you can understand the basics of IUPAC naming. There are more functional group as well that we will cover up later on. So symbol of functional group, and here we will write the secondary suffix to be used. So which suffix we are going to use for it? So first one is alcohol. Symbol is OH and secondary suffix is ol. Okay, then comes the aldehyde. For this CHO, this is the compressed form and this is the expanded form of CHO. Okay, for this you will use AL. Third one is ketones. For this CO and expanded form will be C double bond O. For this you will use ON. Okay, then comes the carboxylic acids. For this COOH is used, C double bond O, OH. Okay, so this is the expanded form of COOH, and this side is attached to the carbon chain. Okay, oic acid. For this we will use oic acid. Okay, let us take up only 4 functional groups. Okay, right for now. Then comes the part prefixes. We have talked about secondary suffixes. We will talk about now prefixes. Okay, it is the part of the name that precedes the root word. Precedes means that is coming before the root word. Precedes the root word. Okay. For example, in cyclobutane, cyclo is the prefix. Okay. So these type of prefixes are known as primary prefix. That tells us the cyclic nature. Cyclic or acyclic nature of the compound. Okay. So how do we draw this cyclobutane? Take a cyclic chain of 4 carbon atoms. Okay, this is the chain of 4 carbon atoms. To satisfy its valency, we know this. Each carbon atom is already making 2 bonds, 1 and 2. So other 2 will be satisfied by hydrogen. So each carbon atom is attached to 2 hydrogen atoms to satisfy its valency. This is your cyclobutane. Okay. I hope it is clear. Now coming to secondary prefix. These are also of 2 types, word prefix and number prefix. Okay. This is your word prefix and number prefix. Word prefixes, these are used for the substituents that are not considered as functional group. There are various substituents that are not considered as functional group, and for them we will use this word prefix. Okay. So this is for substitution of other groups that are not regarded as main functional group. Okay. Not regarded as main functional group. Okay. For example, let us take an example of word prefix. Okay. This is, so for naming, first of all we will choose the longest carbon chain. So if we will number from this side 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, in both the cases we are getting 4 carbon atoms. Okay. If we will number from this side 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we will number from this side, substituent is getting 3 position. Okay. 3 position पे substituent attached है if we are numbering from this side. But if we are numbering from this side, it will get 2 positions. So here it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the incorrect way of numbering, and the above one is the correct way of numbering, because it is giving lower number to the substituent. Okay. Here this is not regarded as functional group, main functional group. This is a alkyl group having 1 carbon atom. So it is known as methyl group. If it is having 2 carbon atom, you will say ethyl. Okay. So it is having methyl. Methyl group is attached to this chain. For this you will use word prefix methyl. Okay. Number prefix tells us the number of word prefixes. Okay. It tells us the number of word prefixes and also the multiplicity, that how many substituents are attached to a carbon chain. Okay. Number prefix tells the position of the substituent as well as the multiplicity. Multiplicity means how many times a particular functional group is occurring of a substituent or functional group. Okay. Or functional group. Is it clear? I hope it is clear. Now let us take up one example so that it is more clear. CH3 CH CH CH3. So longest carbon chain 1 2 3 4. This is the longest carbon chain in this compound because this is only having 3, this is having 4. Okay, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. It will number from this way or this way. Okay, in both the cases at 3 position you are getting the substituent attached, methyl group is attached. Okay, so we will number from this side, or you can number from this side as well as, because it will get the same number 2 3. Okay, for substituent. So at 2 position we are having one methyl group, comma, then 3 position we are having another methyl group. So we will name it as 2 3. How many times it is occurring? 2 times. So di, 2 times, for 2 times it is di. Okay, di. What di? Methyl. This is alkyl group, methyl group. Okay, methyl. And how many carbon chain in the, how many carbons in the main chain? 4 carbon atoms. So for 4 we will use the root word but, and all the carbon atoms are having single bond, so ane will be used as suffix. Okay, I hope this is clear. So at last I will compile with some rules. Naming, IUPAC naming is having some rules. The first one is longest chain rule. I hope it is clear. Longest chain rule, that is you have to select the chain that is long. Okay, that is having maximum number of carbon atoms. It may be straight linear chain or a branch chain, anyway. Okay, second is lowest number rule. That is you must give the lowest number to the functional group or the substituent present in the chain. So substituent or functional group gets the lowest number in the chain. Okay, the third one is arrangement of prefixes. You have to arrange the prefixes in a way that it follows the alphabetical order. Suppose in a chain methyl as well as ethyl group is present, so E comes before M in alphabetical order. So ethyl will be named first, then methyl. We will take up example for this. Okay, arrangement of prefixes, it follows an alphabetical order. Follows alphabetical order. Alphabetical order. And then last one is lowest sum rule. This I will explain with the help of an example, and at last let us take some examples. Okay, CH3 CH2 CH2 CH CH3 CH2 CH3. So which one is the longest chain here? You see there 1 2 3 4 5, and here 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this one is the longest chain. Okay, ये straight chain longest chain नहीं होगी. This one will be your longest chain. Got it? So if you will number from this side 1 2 3 4 5 6, methyl group is attached at 4th position. But if you will number from this side, let me write it again so that it is more clear. If you will number from this side, this is 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So substituent is attached at the 3rd position. So you can name it as 3-methyl. As the main chain is having 6 carbon atoms, root word for 6 is Higgs. So it will be Higgs all the carbon atoms are having single bond between them, so it will be ane. So it is 3-methyl hexane. This is correct, and this is the correct way of numbering. This is not the correct way of numbering. Got it? Then lowest sum rule. I will explain lowest sum rule. Okay, it is valid when there are more than one substituent. A carbon chain is having more than one substituent, then only it is valid. Okay, for example, this is the chain I am drawing: CH3 CH2, okay, CH CH3. Now you can see there are two substituents. Okay, longest chain is 1 2 3 4 5, okay, or 1 2 3 4 5. So you can number from this side or this side. Which way to number correctly? So if you will number from this side, substituent is at 3rd position and 4th position. So if you will total this, 3 plus 4 is 7. Okay, and here from this side substituent is present as 2nd position and 3rd position. From this side it is 2 plus 3, that is 5. So which one is the lowest number? This 5. So you will follow this order, the lower one, okay, so that the substituent gets the lowest number. Okay, so you will name it as 2 3 2, 3. How many methyl groups are attached? 2. So for 2 you will use dimethyl. How many carbon atoms in the longest chain? 5. So it will be pent, and carbon are having single bonds only, so it will be pentane. So it is 2 3 dimethyl pentane. Okay, so the above one is incorrect numbering, the lower one is correct numbering. Okay, then arrange prefixes alphabetically. Let us take an example for this also. How to arrange prefixes and alphabetically. We will take very many examples in further classes, but let us see the basic. Okay, let us take this example: CH3 CH2 CH2 CH3 CH3 CH3. So from where to number so that the substituent gets the minimum number? So let us start numbering from this: 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, if you will number from this side, 1 2 3 4 5 only, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so longest carbon chain is 5, whether you number from this side or this side. This way also you will get substituent at 3rd position, and in this way, if you are numbering in this way also, you are getting substituent at 3rd position. So you can number it anyway. So at 3 position you are having CH2 CH3, that is ethyl group, 2 carbon atom. Alkyl group is known as ethyl. It is for 2 carbon atoms, ethyl. And for 2nd position you are getting methyl. So out of these two, you will write ethyl first or methyl first? You will write ethyl first. Why? Because in alphabetical order E comes before and then M comes. Okay, so you will write 3 ethyl, 2 methyl. Hyphens will come here in between. Okay, observe the way I am writing: 2 methyl. Then there are 5 carbon atoms in the main chain, so it will be pent. Single bonds are present between the carbon atoms, so it will be pentane. 3 ethyl 2 methyl pentane. This will be the name of this compound. Okay, let us see example of lowest number to the functional group. Number 2 functional group. Okay, now we are having this chain CH3 CH CH2 CH3 यहाँ पे OH. Okay, we are having functional group OH. So you can number from this side 1 2 3 4, or you can number from this side 1 2 3 4. So which way is correct? This one is correct if you are numbering from this side. Why it is so? Because lowest number is given to functional group in this way only, 1 2 3 4. Okay, if you will number from this, you will get 3 substituent at 3, functional group at 3 position. But if you are numbering from this side, you will get substituent at second position. Second position is correct, very correct. Okay, so out of 2 and 3 you will prefer 2 number. Okay, so the first way is correct numbering. Okay, and the one written at the bottom will not be followed. Okay, for OH functional group we are using ol suffix. Okay, for ol. Okay, for 4 carbon atoms it is butane by ane, because in between carbon atoms you are having only single bonds. So butane, at which position OH is present? OH 2 position. So 2 ol. For functional group OH you use ol suffix. Okay, so it is butane 2 ol. Remember one more rule, that whenever vowels will come together, like in this case E and O are coming together, so you will drop the E. So you will write it as butane without E, then 2 ol. So this is correct. Okay. So this much for now. Thank you. I hope the video is clear.